I want to get swept, but they're going to come out fighting as hard as they can, and we have to match that.
One more win, baby. Not smiling yet, you know. It's a tough win. I mean, those guys played us to the brink. They got over 100 points on us without Magic and without Byron Scott, so there's a lot of spaces and gaps we need to fill up.
This year, we learned from experience last year, the highs and lows of a championship series. And this year, we understand what it takes. We understand we need that fourth game, and we're going about it in a business-like manner.
I think what the Pistons need to do is go back to their rooms tonight and listen all night to Bobby McFerrin's record, Don't Worry, Be Happy. I mean, they don't sound like a happy bunch of guys, and they're one win away from winning the entire NBA championship. Coming up on Sports Update, obviously a game package, an entire look at what happened today, including some of the craziness that happens in Los Angeles before the games, and a talk with some of the TV and movie stars who sit courtside. Yes, I was a lucky guy talking to Chevy Chase and Diane Cannon today. All that coming up on the update. Davey Lou?
All right, Don, we'll look forward to that on the 7 Sports Update. Now, there were some tense moments on the Detroit River today. 2 of the top drivers in unlimited hydroplane racing flipped their boats. Fortunately, neither was seriously injured. Chip Hanauer continued his dominance here by winning again today. Now, Scott Pierce flipped the Miss Pringles boat in one of today's preliminary heats, and later Jim Kropfeld would do the same with the Miss Budweiser. They've moved to mandatory canopies to protect the drivers in this sport, and it's working, thankfully. With the Pringles boat and Miss Bud out of the race, it was smooth sailing for Hanauer and the Miss Circus Circus. Hanauer wins in Detroit for the 5th time in the last 7 years. The Winston Eagle was second today, with Miss Madison third. Baseball today, Junior Felix had 4 hits, including this 2-run homer in the 5th inning off Mike Schwabe, leading Toronto.
So one guy gets at least $11 million. The other guy is guaranteed $12 to $14 million. So nobody's going to lose, but after what, a couple of rounds, who's winning, Don Shane?
Well, I'd say it's in the second round right now, Billy, and the first round was pretty even. In fact, I'd say maybe Leonard got the better of it because he hit Tommy on the chin with a pretty solid right hand. It took almost a minute before either one of these guys threw a punch. It's been real cautious, but at least in the first round, it was Tommy who was the aggressor going toward Sugar Ray Leonard, Leonard fighting, backing up. Tommy came into the ring first and waited quite a while for Sugar Ray to show, and he showed in this really outlandish kind of red and white striped outfit. They never looked at each other during the pre-fight instructions. They both kind of looked down like that and never looked at each other, and then it took a long time, as I said, for either one of them to throw a punch. But it's in the second round right now, and I'd say on points at least, probably Sugar Ray Leonard by virtue of a hard right hand at Tommy's chin, where Tommy then put up his gloves and was going like this and kidding around with him. So that's a story in the fight right now as we stand here just outside the ring here in Las Vegas. All right, how about the Pistons? You know that they play Game 4 in Los Angeles tomorrow night. Chuck Daly, incidentally, is here watching the fight. I spoke with him just a little bit ago before the fight. He's feeling pretty good about it. The rest of the team, of course, is back in Los Angeles. Only Chuck got here, and Joe Dumars has to feel awfully good. Remember this block on David Rivers yesterday on that 3-point attempt in the final seconds? I'll tell you what, he not only blocked it and got the ball, but look at the team around him. I mean, these guys really feel close, really feel good about each other, and later Bill Laimbeer talked about it.
We daydreamed all last year about it, and all during the summer, and all during the season, and we've thought about ever since last year when we got to that point, and we didn't get it done. We've thought about what it would be like. We still don't know what it's like. We have an idea, but all our daydreaming was then. Now we're business. Now we know what we have to do, and when the buzzer goes off, and if we're ahead, then we'll actually see what it's like.
I want to keep you up to date as best we can on the fight. I just get a report that Tommy knocked Leonard down in the last round. It's either the second or third round. We're very close to the ring, but he knocked him down in that round. Now, former U.S. coach, we get back to the Pistons, Dick Vitale, has been calling the NBA championship as a color man for ABC Radio, and I asked him for his thoughts as the Pistons are on the verge of winning their first ever NBA title.
I think the drama's gone. I don't think there's any drama whatsoever left. I think the Pistons are the stronger team. They're a deeper basketball team despite the injuries. But now the injuries make it a situation where it's just a matter of how many games.
Happy moment for you, sad moment for you if they win this whole thing, considering your background and everything that happened?
Well, I'll tell you, Don, it doesn't affect me anyway at all, other than the fact that I'm really happy for the fans in Detroit and certainly the ownership who've really labored through some tough times, and especially for John Long. To see John there getting a ring means a great deal deal to me. As far as my career, I guess the greatest thing that ever happened to the Pistons was one firing me. It helped me go to the booth where I belonged and not on the sideline. And I've had a pretty good life, and I know they've had a pretty good run. And it's just been a tremendous thing for Detroit area basketball to see the Pistons and the U of M and a guy that likes basketball. That's just great. The bottom line is get the ring, put it on, be the world champ, and celebrate.
Tigers are in Toronto, hoping to gain a split of this series. It's in the 10th inning. It is 3-3. Fred McGriff hit a home run to put them ahead 3-2, but then Gary Ward in the 9th inning tied it up with a solo blast to make it 3-3, and it's in the 10th inning. Once again, we're a few minutes away from getting back to the ring here, but we will bring you up to date on anything that happens. As soon as it's over, we'll be live right here from Las Vegas telling you what happened in the Hearns-Leonard fight. Back to you, Billy.
That's even after the news. Okay, Donnie, thank you very much. And as Don indicated, Tommy apparently knocked down Sugar Ray in the 2nd or 3rd round. Little commentary here. Did you watch the Lakers and the Pistons on CBS Channel 2 yesterday? I sure did. And let me say that Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown, the 2 CBS commentators, now God knows I'm not objective about the Pistons, but CBS and these 2 guys, they got to be stockholders in the Lakers. Magic this, Cooper that, Kareem the Wonderful. The Lakers are playing tough. They interview Magic, they interview Riley, they interview Kareem. Where the hell was Isaiah, Vinny, and Daly? Oh, and how about that kid, the other guard, what's his name, Joe Dumars? I mean, the Pistons were the guys who won. Now, we all know that CBS, the NBA, the advertisers, even the refs would love the series to go 7 games. That's what money's all about. But every kid who has ever laced up the shoes, learned how to dribble, and execute the jump shot, knows the Pistons are the best basketball team in the world. Stockton, Hubie Brown, CBS Sports. I know I can't say this on TV, but you guys suck. Eggs. That gets me off the hook, the eggs. But you are worse losers than the Lakers you love are going to be. Despite you 2 guys, we'll be watching and listening to tomorrow night's blowout by the Detroit Pistons. I don't think I'm ever going to job with CBS, but that's the way it is. Ted Koppel's next to Nightline. Have a pleasant, peaceful evening. See you tomorrow at 5. Good night, Diana.
Right on, Bill. Good night, and thank you for looking in.